and YouTube. So we're going to go ahead and get started. And the first thing we're going to talk about today is the astrological aspects. There's two aspects I would like to talk about today. Better view of the table. Here we go. Okay. The first aspect I want to talk about today is actually something are things that are happening today on the 22nd. We have two very big aspects that are happening. The first one is the Venus Cazimi, which is basically the Sun and Venus in conjunction together. Very powerful energy, especially since Venus is still in her native sign of Libra, the sign she rules. And that is happening today, as I said. The other thing that is happening today is Saturn is finally going direct. And I think Saturn has been retrograde for about 6 months, more or less. Get this. Okay. There we go. Okay. More or less 6 months. So yeah. Okay. What is Venus Cazimi? It's also a lot of people refer to Venus star point. And you can look into that a little more. I'm not going to go into a whole lot of detail about what Venus star point is, but it basically it's a pattern that that Venus makes, that looks like a 5-point star, and that's what it's named for. Now, the last time that Venus was Cazimi, Venus was Cazimi in the sign of Libra in her one of her home signs, was 150 years ago. Okay, so it's something that doesn't happen a lot. So it adds even more power to this energy. Great. I would recommend taking advantage of this energy to set intentions or even to manifest anything that has to do with Venus. Love, relationships, beauty, abundance, wealth, material comforts, everything that's Venus. Okay. Great time to set intentions or to work manifestation on anything along those lines. Okay. Other than that, yeah, that's basically what we have on Venus Cazimi as far as information. One other note that I had made, and this is for our natives in Libra, this is going to be even more powerful than for everyone else, since it is, for one, your ruling planet, and it is currently sitting at 29 degrees Libra. If you see me switching back and forth, I'm trying to look at both Instagram and YouTube. I'm mostly going to be looking at the YouTube camera. So if you're on Instagram and want to switch over, that's great. But yeah, we'll be mostly over here on the YouTube camera. Okay. The other thing is that Saturn is finally going direct after about 6 months. What this means to you basically is any lessons. The way that I see it is any lessons that were learned during these last 6 months that Saturn has been retrograde. It is time to put those lessons into use, to become either to reconstruct or reshape your areas of your life that those lessons were learned in, whatever that may be for you, whether that be in work, whether that be in relationships, whatever. Okay, it's going to be different for everybody. But take those, whatever lessons you have learned in the last 6 months that Saturn has been retrograde, and to restructure and reduce the area of your life that needs it the most. Okay. Um, so that is that. And then we're going to go ahead and start talking about the Scorpio new moon. This is an extremely powerful new moon in Scorpio. Extremely powerful. And that's going to be happening on Tuesday on the 25th. Not only is it a Scorpio new moon, it is also a partial solar eclipse. So a lot of energy. Um, and what does Scorpio rule? Scorpio is about transformations. It is about going deep, digging deep for answers, not just surface, just covering the surface. No, this is a time to really dig deep. Scorpio season is about the shadows and we're starting the dark side of we're getting into this dark side of the year where it gets darker every already we're getting darker, the fall season and winter coming up. So that sign, and that's all basically what Scorpio is signifies. It also signifies transformations, transformations of all kinds and sorts are ruled by Scorpio. Death and rebirth are ruled by Scorpio also. All of these are themes that are Scorpio. So those are the things that you might want to concentrate on during this new moon. Where in your life do you need a transformation? Where in your life do you need to end something so that you can begin something new? These are the areas that I would work on during this new moon, as far as manifesting, about setting intentions and so forth. Uh, so that's that, and we're going to go ahead and get started on on the tarot reading. Now that we got the astrological side out of the way, and we'll start off with the oracle. Again, I do 3 rows for my readings. The first row is going to be the past and its influences on your situation. The second one is going to be the present and its influences on the situation. And the situation in this case is what the new moon is going to be bringing in, ending, what this new moon is going to represent for us. Okay, as for us here. Now, remember, these are general readings, so do take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is for a general public. If you would like a personal reading, by the way, you can email me. My email is in the description box below. Or if you're on Instagram, you can message me or email me for any personal readings. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with truth be told. This is very Libra energy right here. Okay, the 14, truth be told, the fates. Yin. This card, in most of the readings that I have done this week, this card has come up. Okay. Something is coming in. Either something is coming in, or you need to make sure that you're open to receiving. Okay, because the universe is trying to bring something in. And then underneath the deck, or at the base of the reading, we have all that glitters. And this talks about not taking things at face value, digging a little deeper, right in theme with Scorpio season beginning on the 23rd. Yeah, dig a little deeper. Don't take things at their face value during this time. Next, we are going to do the tarot. What is this new moon bringing in for us? What changes is it bringing? What more do we need to know about this full moon? We have the Nine of Cups, the Tower, the Emperor, the Page of Cups, the Six of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Nine of Wands. Underneath the deck, or at the base of the reading, we have the Seven of Cups. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about these energies here. The first thing I am getting with this top row here, the truth be told, Nine of Cups, the the Page of Cups, and the Queen of Wands. I'm getting a message about being honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself. Truth be told. What do you really want? What would it really take for you to feel like this Nine of Cups? Whatever that is, evaluate it and don't lie to yourself. Make sure that you're being brutally honest with yourself during this time. What does your heart truly desire? What are you truly passionate about? Where lights you up? What makes you want to get out of bed in the morning? These are the things that you need to be honest with yourself about at this time. If you're chasing dreams because you believe that that's what's best for you, if you're chasing other people's dreams because you've been told that this is what you should do with your life, because you've been told, hey, you're good at this is what you should do, or your parents have steered you into do a certain field, or whatever the case may be, this is the time to be honest, brutally honest with yourself. Evaluate if this is what you really want to be doing, if this is what really lights you up, if this is what your heart is really into. And if it is, then by all means, go for it. If it isn't, the fates are going to step in with a tower moment. So either you change your course, basically, or the universe is going to divert you back onto the course that you are meant to be on. Then you have the Six of Pentacles and the Three of Swords. I'm getting a visual like you're someone who's putting money into a piggy bank, saving for something that they've been told all the life they want, but their heart just isn't in it. Their heart just isn't in it. This message may be only for a certain person, or maybe for a certain few, because it feels very specific, but that's what I'm getting. Your heart isn't into it, and if your heart isn't into what you're doing right now, you're not giving it your full attention, And more importantly, the tower is going to step in to redirect you in the direction that you should be, that your heart is in. Okay. Now we're down here into the yin, into receiving. What wants to come in is stability around work, so that you're not quite working quite as hard, striving where you're like depleted of energy. You're like this nine of wands here. Okay. He's like, he's done, he's tired, he feels like he just can't go any further, but he still has to get up and keep going. Receive a strong foundation about when it, or what you're receiving is something that's going to help you build a strong foundation when it comes to your work, but it has to be something that your heart is in, or else it just feels like this. It just feels like a chore. It just feels like, oh my God, do I have to go to work again today? And we've all been in that situation, I'm sure. Okay. Or at least most of us. If you're not, if you're not following your heart, if you're not following what lights you up, what's in, what your passions are, this is the week. This is the full moon to set your, I'm sorry, your new moon, to set your intentions on what direction you want to go to, what changes you want to bring into your life. All right, I'm going to draw some cards, one card for each of these tarot cards as clarification or more information on this, and see what else Spirit wants to tell us today. That one wanted to come out, so we'll go ahead and start with that. Ace of Wands. New inspiration, new passion, new ideas. That's what's going to take for you. Not ideas, but new inspiration, new passions. Following those passions. That's what's going to bring you that Nine of Cups. 10 of Wands over the Page of Cups. Follow your heart. Put an end to the heavy burdens. Put an end to the hard times. Put an end to what is, again, this Nine of Wands feeling. Hi, Leslie. Welcome. Okay. If you, and let's see what else. Okay. Temperance over the Queen of Wands. It's almost the feeling I'm getting with this Temperance here over the Queen of Wands is like that's what you have been doing. You've been tempering your passions, but it's not. It's time to let that go. It's time. It's to really follow what's in your heart. This feels a lot like work related. Of course, that's going to be different for everyone, but at least for one or two of you, this is going to be about your work. This is going to be about what you do for a living. Let's see what Page of Wands. I'm sorry, the Tower is what we're clarifying, and we have the Eight of Wands. A message coming in, information coming in, things starting to move quickly. So it's like there's a message or information that's going to come in that's going to cause that tower. That's what's going to cause that tower, that big sudden change. Six of Pentacles. We have the Ace of Swords. Are you working on your truth? Are you working on what's in your heart, what's true to you? Or are you following someone else's truth? King of Swords over the Three of Swords. So yeah, it, this is definitely in your head. This is about your truth, your facts, what you what is true to your heart, is what I'm hearing. Follow what is true to your heart, not what other people think that you should be doing, not what other people are telling you or steering you towards. Follow your truth, not someone else's. Okay. Clarifying the Emperor, we have the Tower again. The Tower is going to help you set those strong foundations. This tower is not something to fear. As a matter of fact, big sudden changes, this is what's bringing in what it's bringing in is stability. It's a strong, solid foundation for you. The Lovers, when it comes, the Eight of Pentacles, for some of you this means working in partnership with someone else. This is about working in a partnership, not a solo venture with the Lovers here. It also can mean a choice, but what I'm seeing in my head, and what I'm hearing from Spirit is there's a partnership. This is about working in a partnership. The Magician. The Magician clarifying the Nine of Wands. If you don't like what you're doing, then create what you like. Manifest what you want. That's what you should be doing during this new moon. Okay, guys, that is the reading for this live. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you on our next one. And that will probably be in not next Saturday, the Saturday afterwards, and we'll be talking again at that time about a super powerful lunar eclipse and full moon on the 8th, on election day here in the US. This should be very interesting indeed. So, with that said, until next time, guys, love and light. Bye bye.